Good morning, my dear student. How are you? I know you cannot able to reply me, but stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Okay? It is my advice to you because we also very late at this time. We more than half year we are late from our education. So keep learning, keep studying, and use technology as much as possible to take care of your studies. Okay, all the best. Now I am going to teach you about planning and conservation of resources. Okay, it is belong to class 10 English medium and subject social science, and it is a part of your geography portion. It is also cover our environment portion. Understand? So in previous classes we are discussed about what is resources, what is natural resources, what is man-made, what is global resources, what is industrial resources. Everything we shall discuss there. Okay. So now today's topic, how do we conserve our resources for better survival of the humankind and sustainable development. Like we if I am not preserving anything, so how can our coming generation use these resources? That means we need to conserve resources for future generation. Okay, so let's begin our class today's. Okay, I am reading line to line and displaying line to line whichever is toughest word which I explain here. Okay, human needs are unlimited. As we all know, we also want everything: good home, good garden, good natural products, good environment, everything good. I wanted this and we also wanted this. Okay, and while the resources are limited, as we know, everything is not possible in one room. Okay, and everything is not available for everyone. Like rich people have many facilities in their room, like they have wall which is sensitive wall, but we cannot afford because we now I am not able to reach that position. At one of point we can be reached, but that point of time we require resources. So resources are limited, but our need and wants are unlimited. So we need to conserve these resources for our future generation. Okay, during last 100, uses of resources has increased very much due to extraordinary development in science and technology. Yeah, like I know you understand what is it. It is your laptop monitor. Okay, whichever I want to process in by input keyboard or any keyboard data connection, whichever we can see here. Like if I want to search Google background of Indian history, so I can see here on the monitor. But if it is not available in our humankind day-to-day life, so we cannot use laptop, computer, fridge, AC and anything. So as a science develop, as a technology develop, our uses, our facility has also increases. Like before fan we are using hand fan. Like it is right or not? Hand fan. Before laptop we are using bioscope or circus etc. for the entertainment. Before music we use radios. Before music means now new instrument like we Geo Saman and many other things apply. Before this we are using radio, whichever is continue where we are listening. Means now at that point of time we can change. Understand? We can change, like we are like Alka Yagnik song as an example. So I can change here, but at the time of radio we cannot change. Understand? It is a technology advancement. Now our need mostly dependent on music. If I want to listen news, so I can go on the news option. If I want to sing any drama, I can go where. If I want to hear song, so I can go this step. Okay, so our technology advancement increases, that's why our resources uses also increases. Okay, and due to population explosion, yeah, before 1900, I'm not saying very few, but as an example, now have 10,000 per square kilometer human every acre of land. Okay, but at before 1900 very few people survived at these areas. Okay, that means very few people or number of people is very less as comparison to today's era, because as we know today's population more than our resources. Understand? Several implications will have to be experienced in future if a serious thought is not given to this matter. If we are exploiting our resources, everything like we use electricity, coal, petrol, any natural gases, combustion gases, everything. If I am exhausted, so how can we ensure for future survival? Understand? I mean to say, if I used to bike, okay, but to every little work I have done by scooty, means place to place where I want to go, where I can go by the scooty, car, bus, etc. But if petrol exhausted, diesel exhausted, natural gas exhausted, how can we use for next generation? So for this we need to serious about conservation of the resources. Okay, so it is the duty of all of us conserve resources for the future generation. It is not only one person duty, it is all person of duty. That means if anyone follow this route, conserve the resources, they can implement one thing, two thing, or third thing, or fourth thing. But if we all are involving in that common goal, that means we can conserve more than one person. Okay, that means if one people forested of one tree, but he can grow only one plant. But if 10 people, so 10 trees grow here. That means if everyone one trees grows, or so we can ensure our better protection of the environment, but one people not. So it is a communal responsible, means everyone has same responsible and common goal. Okay, resources should be conserved and should be used rationally. Rationally means effective, essential, when it is required, then you use. It is not like if the 24 and 7, 24 into 7 available light, you start using light daytime. It is waste of the light. You need to understand about how to electricity generate. Electricity come from coal, thermal or solar energy, everything as you mentioned earlier. But it is a waste of, because they already, solar light also provide light in the daytime, so we can effectively use in late night or means night time this light. So resources should be conserved and should be used rationally, means with conservation used excellently, intelligently. Means if need is 1 kilograms, so you can use effectively, it is in 750 or 1900 gram effectively. Okay, that means we need to conserve. Conserve means preserve, save, okay, and rationally means as much as possible save these products, save these resources. The word conservation is directly related to the scarcity of resources. Why we need to conserve the resources? Because scarcity of resources is minimum and our need is maximum. That's why we need to conserve our resources. If the conservation are exploited at the current rate where they are exploited haphazardly and irrationally, then it will be dreamed to maintain the development and the current lifestyle. If we are use our resources undoubtedly, unmanageable, unexcellent, and without intelligent use every resources and exhausted, means haphazardly, means very without thought about it is need of every humankind, we exhausted daily to daily and time to time. So we cannot maintain this development as a current lifestyle. Like we all know and we want everything everything is good. So for this good environment, good natural resources, good availability of every facilities in humankind, so we need to conserve. Because if I am exhausted or we are exhausted, so how can ensure that? Okay, that means we need to develop means day to day increase, growth. Okay, that means it is just not mean one time here and second time here. Okay, means one time you reach 100% and one time you reach 0%. It is not a development. Okay, it is a type of growth. So we need to gradually develop here and sustain here. Sustain means stay here, not directly fall to 0. Okay, it includes things like its rational use, its conservation and reuse. Like if anything, I take one bottle. I take one bottle from any mall or any shop. We can use this bottle 2 years, 3 years, 4 years with precaution, with cleaning. Okay, but if I purchase every 7 days one bottle, because it is a new, it is good looking, so we are not preserving our resources. We are exhausted even without thought about what happened with this bottle and this bottle and that bottle. Okay, so we need to reuse. Okay, reuse means many times use. When there is a danger of exercise on the life of a tree or a human life, the arrangement made for it is called the conservation. When there is a danger of existence means survival. If, as we all know, if plant is not here, we also not here. So if danger on the plant life, it means danger on the human life. So if we are not preserving our resources, our minerals, our natural resources, so we cannot also survive. Okay. And for existence, for development, for sustainable, we need to ensure that, and that is called conservation. Means preserve, conserve, reuse, and then it is intelligently used. It means conservation. Okay. Let us understand about the planning and the conservation of resources in detail. First of all, gather information about the availability of utilized, unutilized and probable resources of any region or the country as a unit. Like, first we need to thought about resources which we are used and which, like, it is a gold piece. Okay, it is utilized, but many metals whichever we are not utilized at right now, that means many resources like peats, uranium, thorium, which is present many parts of India, but we are not using as of now. So we need to gather about, means information gathering is requirement. Information gather. So if I have knowledge about the resources, any of the resources, like a sun. Sun gives energy, sun's energy is long durable, sun's energy is not exhaustible. If I know it is, so we can ensure sun is a long durable. If long durable, so we can use their light many of the years. So we can use many of the times sunlight. But as we all know, coal, petrol, diesel, it is a minimum and limited amount. So we can use minimum as much as possible. So we can conserve this. And also need to discover possibility of these resources. Means like we use combustion natural gas and nowadays hydrogen natural gas. So we can use their supplement. Supplement are there as a like tea or coffee. We can use any one of them. They give same satisfaction, same like HMG, diesel, petrol. They give same facility, but we need to discover more and more possibilities of resources, whichever any region of India or any region of the world, anywhere it is found. The resources which are limited or non-renewable should be exploited scientifically, as we discussed, and should be used only where it is necessary to use them. Attempts should be made to develop those resources, the quantify which can be increased. Means we need to develop, we need to think about which is we can made in large production. Like we all know population is very huge. So population is very huge, so we cannot ensure by this piece of land or piece of anything. So we need to elaborate things. Elaborate means many of large number of production we require. Okay. So need to large production, quantify, number is more huge. The resources we are cheaper are easily available should not be wasted. Means like water which is now in India available easily, but nowadays we are wasted. Tap open anywhere, we can go and check out. That's it. Like manywhere, like we can go, but we cannot stop it. because we realize it is not by me, it is done by any other else. So how can I ensure it? Why I can do? Okay, that means we are realize it is not my work, but it is my work. Okay, but incentives should be used strongly for future use. Means it is used very limited amount and very conservative and very futuristic thought. Those resources which are limited quantity should be conserved. Finding its alternative option through technical development is favorable in long term. As we discussed, petrol, coal, diesel, we can use alternative as a solar light. Okay, because it is exhaustible, but it is not exhaustible billion of years. So we can use more solar light, not coal and petrol. Necessary laws should be formed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly by the government. Many laws are available and which is need to ensure strictly. Like we easily cut green trees at time of building any farmhouse, any hotel, but that time need to ensure about what is need, what is effect of this cut of tree, what is environmental effect, what is social effect. So everything assessment is required, then it is need to strictly enforce. Okay, citizens should be well acquainted with all facts associated with the rational usage of resources and a public awareness should be cultivated. Means every person has responsibility. Like we have responsibility about to clean our street, clean our home, clean our road, clean our public places, because it is belongs to our country. That means also automatic responsible or citizen of the India. Okay, so every people need to thought about that. Every people need to aware about it. Many people which are not they are not literate, maybe they are not thought about that, but those people we are literate, like children and higher education class, we need to ensure that, and we need to create awareness as much as possible in community or in nagar or in citizens, everyone. Okay, soil formation. So it is a next topic. So now I covered what is resources, how can I conserve resources, what is the benefit of resources, how can we ensure sustainable use of resources, and it is required for development, not only growth. So soil formation. What do you understand about formation? Formation means anything which is developed, which is made by process. Many processes involved to formation of any kind of product. Soil is a type of product of the rocks. Okay, so it is developed by many processes. First of all, any rock which is very solid, okay, by the time, by the physical factor. Physical factor means which is we can see by our naked eyes. Chemical, biological or organological, biological factor, plus strength, which is required for rock solid to convert into soil. First, rock as a many small pieces breaks, then silt like, stone like, then powder form, and with organism mix, यानी biological factor mix, then it is convert into molecular form and we can say that it is a soil form. So with physical factor, chemical factor, biological factor, and over a period of time it is converted into large to some small breaks of the pieces, then stone form, then silt form, then sandy form, and then it is biological mix up with form into soil. Okay, so generally the part of the surface of the earth wherein the vegetation grows is known as soil. Generally where we found any plant development we known as that is soil. Okay, the soil is a thin layer composed of various elements on the surface of the earth. As we all know, soil is not only made up by rock, it is made up by physical factor, chemical, biological. So here we can also got many minerals, many chemical composition, many biological composition, and over a period of time it is converted into many forms. Okay, where mineral, humidity, humus and air are mixed up in it. Okay, the parent rock lies below the soil. Soil is formed due to the material available through the denudation. Denudation means physical factor, chemical factor, biological time to time. First rock, then rocks breaks, then denudation means by day it is a process by many factors within involve it. Okay, where biotic remnants, humidity and air get mixed up within it. In other words, the soil is a natural mixture of mineral and biotic element like chemical physical factors like sunlight, rain, wind, ice, everything. Okay, chemical factor like air, acid, base, biological, algae, fungi, small animals, etc. Okay, they are mixed and form soil. Okay, and which have the capacity to grow and develop vegetation. Like if I want to develop soil, I take one piece of rock and then it is breaks, and if I want to mix, I can make a clay. Okay, but I cannot make a soil because we cannot use this process effectively and essentially with the time. We cannot make soil, we can make clay, but we cannot make soil because it is a long process. It takes many years. Okay, 100 years, even many times million years. Soil, the uppermost layer of the crust of the earth is called soil, which contain mineral and biotic elements. Biotic elements means which is come from organic animals. Organic means they have life. Biotic means, bio means life. Who possess life? Plant, animals, etc. Okay. It is a crust, it is a mantle, it is a piece of rock, like it is a piece of rock and it is a cut. Then I represent here part of the soil and it is a core. crust part, thin layer, that is soil. Okay, now you can understand. They contain mineral and biotic element. Biotic element means plant and animal grow here, not here. Okay. Although their proportion is not the same everywhere. Everyone know color of soil. Different places have different color. Different places have different region. Like if you go above, means polar region, so we can see more ice. But as you move below, we can see more soil. And according to division, physical division, climatic division, our soil type, soil formation will also changes. Factor of denudation: prepare very thin layer through the denudation of rock. Denudation: cutting of rock, mixing with biotic, mixing with chemical, mixing with physical factors. The humus formed due to the disintegration or decay of vegetation or insect is added to this. Means if humus layer is present, humus means, as a name suggested, humus. Humus means which is naturally formed by biotic animals or plants. If this layer is present, then plant can easily grow, and biotic animal and plant organic matter which is disintegrated by insect, microbial activity. Okay, so we can form soil. We cannot by natural process. Okay. The climate impact in the denudation of soil formation is so important and widespread that the soil from different types of rock in that region over a long time is the same. So the soil formed out of the same parent rock under different climatic influence is different. Soil are classified on the basis of their color, climate, parent rock, structure, humus, etc. Okay. So because of climatic condition, because of types of rock like igneous rock, metamorphic rock, sedimentary rocks, our formation of soil also different. So now we shall discuss about types of soil. If you have any doubts, so please comment and give me any information so I can solve your doubt. Okay. Types of soil. First of all, we need to know how it is different, because of, like in their book also mentioned, color, climate, parent rock, structure, humus, mineral, etc. Which is defined your soil difference, means color of the soil, climate, parent rock,